Hi guys, how you doing? It's James, JT at the Movies, and we're back for part 3 of this Building the New Movie Room vlog series that I've done. Again, I've shot the intros and the outros after the fact, so you'll have to forgive the slight spoiler behind you that we have got Blu-ray Corner in now. But thanks so much for watching. All the comments and everything really mean a lot, as do all the views and the likes and just your support in general. It means a great deal to me, and I'm truly humbled by it, so thank you so much, guys. Let's jump in to the last part of it, and then don't worry, there will be an encore video coming in a week or so's time from the release of this video, which will be an in-depth tour of the full thing and show you the movie room in its full glory. So there's the TV and the soundbar as well. So it's a 50-inch 4K UHD HDR, all singing, all dancing, does your shopping for you. Yeah, absolutely. And then a 50-watt soundbar. It's more than loud enough for in this room. Fits the cabinet lovely as well. I'm probably going to put something behind it, maybe a bit of blackout fabric across the back so that I can block that window out a bit. And then we've put drawers in. The drawers are going to be for overflow, for DVD collections that I don't watch as regular. There's an odds and ends and things I'm probably going to trade in at some point, bin there, which we've gone through. And then, probably the most important thing...
Blu-rays.
Blu-rays.
Everywhere.
Nobody's seen my Blu-rays on this channel yet, but here they are.
Blu-rays as far as the eye can see.
Some down there as well, because the piles were too big. And then there's a few up there as well that are just like special collections I'm keeping together.
You've got a bit of a thing for movies that start with S, haven't you?
I seem to do, yeah. I seem to have a lot.
A big pile of S down there.
But to be fair, when we went through yours the other week, you had a big S pile as well, didn't you?
Yeah.
Like the rest of them, well, mostly evenly stacked. I mean, there's like, you can see in here, there's a few that are... Oh, there's some dodgy films at the top of these piles. I'm really giving away my taste, or maybe lack thereof at the moment.
Sorry, the good stuff's underneath.
Absolutely. And then I daren't play it because Don Henley will have the deed to my house off me. But we've been listening to the Eagles this morning as a bit of background music on YouTube, so there you go. Absolutely. Beautiful harmonies. If you're interested, folks, me and Phil are in a band together. We're in a couple of bands, actually. But we're in a band called Leaving Overmorrow, which is very much inspired by these chaps here and Fleetwood Mac and all that sort of stuff.
We'll leave a link in the comments because we've got a YouTube channel.
Absolutely, we do. And we're on Facebook and Instagram and Twitter and all that sort of stuff. So if you're interested in hearing me and him do some rather intricate bits of singing, along with our other bandmates, Laura, my girlfriend, and then our mate Ruben, give us a look. But anyway, so the next job, now that we've got the cabinets built, we've got the Blu-rays in letter piles, is we'll take, obviously, the A pile and alphabetise it, then take the B pile, so on and so forth, and get these lot into the Blu-ray shelves, which are here and then down the back of the chair as well. So, catch you after that update. Are we ready for a reveal, folks? Blu-rays, for the most part. HMV Premium Collections. My very, very humble Criterion collection of about 6 titles. A couple from 101 Films, some from Second Sight, one from Tartan Video, Network Video. Powerhouse Indicator, 88 Films. Let's have a look what else have we got. I don't know who put Cannonball Run out, but it looks like a special edition, so it's ended up with them. Eureka, Arrow Video, Arrow Academy for the game box set there. I'm going to do an unboxing on that. I meant to do one ages ago. Actually, tell a lie. I filmed an unboxing for that, and the lighting was terrible. It looked like I'd filmed it on a potato, so it never saw the light of day. My Arrow Video collection, alphabetised because I don't believe they're spine numbered. And then my 2 HMV VHS editions. I got Grease because I didn't have it on any other format and loved it as a kid. And then I got Top Gun to upgrade my DVD. And then A to Z, well, numbers, and then A, coming into B, down into C, and into D, over into E. And if you're wondering what this one is with the typed thing, I bought the CD of the Eagles' latest live album, and it came with the Blu-ray, so I stuck it in a Blu-ray case, printed a spine. Into F, And then down here, F finishes, we go into G. And then G to H. Oh gosh, I'm missing a shelf. H to I and I to J. And then J through M. Somebody's sending me a text, I do apologise. M through P. The end of P. Through to R. And then I'm forgetting the shelf over here again. And then S starts over there. S comes down over to here and goes across into T on the little shelf. And then from there we are U through to Z. Then we have the DC Extended Universe, Man of Steel through Birds of Prey. And then over here, tucked in very nicely, is the entire Marvel Cinematic Universe. Iron Man through to Spider-Man Far From Home. Quite chuffed with that, folks. Those on top are my singular James Bond Blu-rays that I've been collecting. Up there's going to be a bit of a James Bond display, as with up there as well. So the next job is getting all the DVDs in. So this one here is like all special editions and special collections of things. So Jackie Chan movies, Arnie, Clint Eastwood, that sort of thing. And these are some of the ones that sort of slipped through the net that need to be sorted in. Like the infamous grey release of True Lies there. Picked this one up just this morning, actually. Jean-Claude Van Damme triple pack. Can't say no to that. And then you can't get to them at the moment because we've moved the chairs over here. That's the telly again that I showed you earlier. But I've put my DC animated Blu-rays in one of these boxes. It's one of the ones down there, but in there. And I'm going to put my DC animated DVDs in there as well. I'm going to put certain collections of things that I don't watch all the time. I'm going to put them into some of these boxes. And then that way I can save the display space for things that I'm likely to come and watch more often. So probably, the Lord of the Rings extended cuts will go out, but these 4 movie collection jobbies will probably end up in one of those baskets as well. So, the Holy Grail, my prop from Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade. What else do you keep in the Holy Grail? Guitar picks, I chose wisely. My Blade Runner tin with all the different cuts, and then Harrison Ford's filmography down into Nick Cage's filmography. And that's about the progress, really. Like I say, TV, soundbar. Going to put the players and stuff in the gaps down here later. The chairs are lovely and comfortable. The wallpaper's looking great. Just absolutely loving the room. I've got my Skyfall poster to go up. I've got some posters on the back of the door. Here we are, guys. The washing basket that you all wanted to see, and the empty box too. That's why you subscribe to this channel.
Only washing basket in the secret box.
I'm only joking. We've started bringing DVDs in, so they are not alphabetised as yet. I've given up on keeping the sections. I'm just going A to Z. I am, as I mentioned, doing a bit of a purge on the collection as we go, and there's still loads upstairs, still another 2 shelves full upstairs to come down here. But I'm doing a bit of a purge as we go and putting things in the boxes in there for things I'm not going to watch as much. That's a Laura, say hello.
Hello.
But yeah, so, A's, B's, C's, sound like Nicolas Cage, right the way through at the moment, and then what we'll do is we'll sort out on each shelf. Hopefully it'll make it a little bit easier than sort of working on the floor. Obviously the blues again, doesn't that look fantastic? Oh my god, so happy with this. And then if there's room on top and I don't have to get shelf extenders, I'm going to put all my James Bond stuff up there. If I have to get shelf extenders, then the Bond display will go up there. It might even just go up there anyway, yeah, we'll see. But yeah, that's the update that we've got at the moment. So, we've got the DVDs in. They're not alphabetised yet, but they are organised into letters, so alphabetising is the next job. But my goodness me, look at that. Look at that. A's, and then the gap, and then B, and then obviously through Z. And then we've got like numbers and miscellaneous box sets down here. So, even though these shelves are bigger, I think because I've got them laid out so that all the discs are just like this and there's not stuff stacked like sort of this way on top sort of thing. I think I'm possibly losing a bit of space and I've had to put stuff into these boxes. So what I've done is I've put some movies that I don't watch as often, mostly comedy, some horror, and then a lot of like children's, family-friendly movies and things like that. Stuff that hardly ever gets brought off the shelf, and I've put them into these boxes. So, the first box is doubles and spares and stuff to look at getting traded in. This next box will be my entire DC animated collection, because there's just too many of them to display. And then these 4 up here, they'll need organising again, and what I'm thinking of doing is having sort of like A to whatever letter overflow, and then, you know, E to whatever letter overflow, and so you get the idea sort of thing, so that if I know that it's not on there, but I know I've got it, I can just go, alright, okay, is it in there? Is it Alfie Hopkins I'm after, or Crawl, or, you know, The Quiet Ones, or whatever might be in there. And then things like you see the Alien box set there, and Blade Runner. I've got them all on Blu-ray, but like I've kept them for special features and things like that. So yeah, not much room to grow. It's not ideal, that, to be fair, but I shall cross that bridge when I come to it. I'm not too sure what I'll do about that. But yeah. So that's the update so far. Chairs are just temporarily here, but Blu-rays are fully alphabetised and ordered by spine numbers for the collectibles at the top. I'm a bit curious as to how well I'll do with getting all these special collector's ones in and stuff like that. If I can help it, I don't want to have anything outside of this room. But yeah, that's where we are at the minute. So my tea's just arrived. We've ordered a Chinese takeaway, so I'm going to go and enjoy that. Well, here we are, folks. They're downstairs alphabetising, and you know, too many cooks spoil the broth. So I'm here dismantling the old movie space, ready to go to the tip tomorrow. As you can see, there was some god-awful wallpaper behind this. There was a big wardrobe when we moved in, and we got rid of it so I could put the shelves here. And then just never bothered to paint it. So Laura's going to have some fun. She loves her painting, so we'll do that. And there's all the pops and the ornaments and things. I need to get my James Bond stuff down, but it's all empty. And I'm just getting it ready. But farewell, old movie space. You've served me well. DVDs are alphabetised. Look at that there. Goes right the way down to literally down here, and that is the end of numbers. And we decided to put numbers at the end just because when we were sorting them out, it just seemed to flow that way. So that's where they are. These are like box set things and things that were sort of like miscellaneous before, where they can't really be sorted because there's multiple titles in them and they don't really have a theme. If you remember me saying, I picked up a few individual titles in and amongst all this to be able to sort of relieve some of those box sets from being in use. Sahara, right there's one of them. Showed that in my last DVD update. Obviously Sahara's in that Matthew McConaughey box set. But yeah, it's great. Still need to take all the tools and all the bits and bobs off the top of the shelf there. My X-Files collection's up there. But yeah, I need to put the rest of this lot away. In the very early hours of this morning, about 2 o'clock this morning, but the neighbours loved me. I was putting my Bond collection in, the Bond 50 box set there. Some of my dad's James Bond Blu-rays I've kept there, the unofficial 2. And then I'm collecting all of these so I can have them individually, because I hate taking the discs in and out of this. Just want to leave it on show. And then my DVDs of all of them, because for anybody who doesn't know, I am a huge James Bond fanatic. Premium collections, Criterions, all the stuff I've shown you already. I've mixed in DVDs and 4Ks, because I've not got enough 4Ks to warrant their own section. So like you see, 1917 there, Batman and the Dark Knight stuff there. I'm trying to think what else I've got on 4K. We've got Star Wars, Rise of Skywalker in at the moment, testing the new setup. The only hiccup I've had so far is down here. You can't really see it, but I bought a new little mini sound bar. And it sounded fantastic, but for love nor money, could I get the audio to come out of it in sync? or to play on time? No, could I heck as like. And I've been through all the guides, all the manual stuff, the TV settings, the works, you name it, I've done it. So, Old Faithful, which is actually the same brand as the TV I've bought as well, that I've had upstairs for years, and has never let me down. I've brought that down, plugged it in, and it's worked straight away and sounds great. So what I'm probably going to do with this one, if I don't return it, is maybe just have it set up upstairs in where the old movie space was, as a Bluetooth speaker. So me and Laura can connect our phones to it. Brought the PS4 down. It's switched itself on for some reason, but I haven't actually played it yet. And then brought the 4K player down up from downstairs in the living room where it was. As I say, these bins are full of DVDs and Blu-rays. So I've got like mostly my DC stuff in there, and then a few other bits of superhero stuff. Like, I'm not gonna want to have that out on the shelf, you know, when I'll get round to watching it in my own time. But mostly the Batman stuff, the DC stuff, is in there because I've too much of it. It'd take up far too many shelves, and I needed to be sort of precious about space, because I do want to keep contained to this room. You're probably thinking, James, there's, you know, thousands of films here, you know what you're on about. But yeah, so that's what I've decided to do with that lot there. And that you know, I watch these films occasionally, but generally they're sort of a once in a a blue moon sort of watch, where I was like, you know, this is mostly like horror, thriller, sci-fi sort of thing, and that's the genres I go to most. There's a few bits of comedy thrown in as well, but a lot of my comedy ones are in there, because I just don't go to them as regular as I do other genres. And a lot of the comedies that we like to watch that I have got on DVD are actually available on like Prime and Netflix and things like that, and you end up sort of just streaming it rather than putting the disc in. Like the other week we watched Wedding Crashers. You know, yes, I've got it on DVD. Have I put it out, or is it away? I can't remember. I think it is actually down there. No, it hasn't actually made the cut, so it must be in and amongst all this lot. But there you go. Very happy with it. Like I say, just a few more final bits to do, and what I'll probably do is conclude this vlog and jump to the outro in a moment's time, and then when I've got everything absolutely spot on in here, I'll do a full tour of the finished product. So there you have it, folks. That is the building of this movie room. I want to say a huge thank you to everybody who's helped make this possible. Thank you to Laura. Thank you to Phil and Louise, our really great friends. Thank you to Sophie, my sister, to Michelle and to Matt, to anybody who's, you know, helped make this happen. Thank you so much. My nan and granddad as well. They stored some of this furniture in their garage whilst we were sort of getting into a fit state to have it brought over. And you guys as well that have been watching it. You know, in particular, you know, John, Carl, Keith, you know, Ruben, Chloe, Jack. You know. So many of you to mention that regularly watch my channel and give me, you know, that much needed encouragement and support. Thank you so much for you know, for watching as you always do. To break in this movie room over the festive period, myself and Laura are going to do a mammoth movie marathon and vlog the whole thing for you. What are we going to do, sweet?
I'm looking forward to this. We're going to be watching the Alien and the Predator films, starting with the very first Alien film all the way up to the most recent Predator film.
Absolutely. So I can't quite remember how many films that is off the top of my head, but I think it's 10 or 11 films. It might be a little bit more than that. But we're going to watch the good, the bad and the ugly with that series there. And I'm very much looking forward to doing that. We've been threatening to do that as a movie marathon for a while. I thought, what better opportunity than to, you know, to absolutely break in this new movie room than to do that. Next week, as I've said, there will be a full tour of the finished movie room. You can see everything that I've done with it so far, and I'll talk about any plans that I've got going forward. And that's pretty much it, folks. So thank you so much again for watching. Thank you for your continued support. Really do appreciate it. And if you've liked the video and you're not already subscribed, please think about doing so. I talk regularly about collecting movies, watching and reviewing movies, doing DVD and Blu-ray Blu-ray updates. You know, I'll do marathon videos with Laura. There'll be movie discussion videos with Phil, and a whole host of other movie-related videos. So please think about subscribing, and if you do, please hit that notification bell, and that way you're the first person to know whenever I do post a video. And above all else, folks, take care of yourselves and keep yourselves safe, and we'll see you again in the next video. Cheers! Do you know what? Laura's just pointed out as well, and I'm so sorry, but a massive thanks to Ruth, Laura's mum, the mother-in-law, and to Soph as well for doing the wallpaper behind the telly. We've got a lovely stone wall effect feature wall, and it absolutely brings the room together, and I completely forgot to mention them, so thank you very much, you guys. Please don't take me off the Christmas card list. But there we go. I think now there's only one thing left to do, and that's to sit in these chairs and relax. See you again next time, folks. Cheers.